For all of you that used to play Red Alert and Command & Conquer games, you will love what you're about to see. Tempest Rising will be a classic RTS with base building, but built in a modern day. There'll be 2 single-player campaigns with 15 missions each, and of course multiplayer, which includes ranked. Now I don't know about you guys, but I grew up with the Red Alert and Command & Conquer games. I used to play LAN with my brother on my, crappy dual-core processor computer at home. It was just the best times ever, so I'm very, very heavily looking forward to this. Now the developers note that they were heavily influenced by these games, by Command & Conquer, Red Alert, Warcraft and Starcraft, and hope to combine the things that make these games great, but also add their own flavor to it. When asked about how the game is going to stand out from these games, Brandon Castile, the lead game designer, said that it is definitely heavily inspired by the games such as Command & Conquer, Warcraft and Starcraft, but the game has a different playstyle due to how resources work and other things as well. For example, the GDF, one of the 3 playable factions, gains a resource called Intel from engaging in combat, which can then be spent on units and upgrades. Another faction called Dynasty is very energy focused, and they can utilize power for various reasons or purposes as well, such as defensive buildings and combat units. So you will have one faction that is very aggressive from nature, while the other one is presumably more built towards withstanding huge enemy waves and playing more defensive. Now the game has been in development for 3 years, and Brandon mentioned that the majority of time is spent on polishing the game. So they do hope to release it this year, so 2023, and I can definitely not wait to get my hands on Tempest Rising. So the information we have right now regarding this game is relatively limited. Now there's the Gamescom reveal footage, there is the dev blog, that is really about it. There are some other little bits and pieces of information on the Steam page, but it's not really much to go by. So I want to suggest something. I want you guys to ask a question that you would ask the developers, and I will compile them and send them over to the developers, and perhaps we can get like a Q&A interview set up in the near future, and I'll make a video on that as well. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys back in the next one. Take care.
You have proven yourself loyal to me so far, General. Our dynasty has waited long enough. Show me that my trust is not misplaced.
Braces for the inevitable retaliation.
Though they may be, they are still flesh and bone.